Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I asked you guys a Q&A on my Instagram stories. Today, we are going to go through answering all these questions about my loose skin journey, questions about my weight loss journey, questions about my personal life, and halfway through, Juicy joins me. So the first questions are answered by just me, and then we kind of start answering stuff as a couple, and a lot of the weight loss questions he also has answers for because of his own journey.
I didn't know she was recording. All right,
He just
guys.
came in
I know
to
you
bother
don't
me.
like seeing me all the time,
Stop.
but I walked in. She's like,
Don't
"Do you want to
say
answer some of
that.
these questions too?" And I was like, "Sure, that's fine."
Without further to do, let's get into this Q&A. Without further
ado.
Without further ado, like
Ado.
without. I'm tired. So I asked you guys questions on my Instagram story and I literally got so many, so I don't know where to begin, but let's get started. Did you ever have anxiety about going to the gym when you were bigger? Actually, yes. So how I got into the gym is I first would go with a friend, my best friend Allison. Allison, if you're watching this, hey girl, because I was very anxious to go by myself, but after consistently going with her, we would go together like maybe 3 times a week. Because I was getting used to that environment, I got the courage and the confidence to go by myself. I was still just doing the treadmill, and then I slowly got confidence to do the machines. I would just kind of watch what other people were doing, and I was like, okay, that doesn't look that hard, and then I would try it myself and it was fine. Yeah, I did have a lot of anxiety, but then I really realized, hey, I'm not the main character in everyone else's lives. Everyone is here to work on themselves. No one is paying attention to you that much. Like, I know you probably think you're super special and everyone's staring at you, but you're honestly not that special. Like, everyone is in their own little world at the gym. OMG, so with your arm lift, does that mean no more hair? LOL, sorry, I know TMI, but that's so cool. So yeah, I honestly have like literally like 2 hairs right there. I don't even really shave them because they're so thin and they're literally like right next to my scar, but all of my other armpit hair is gone. So, and this side I have not grown any hair at all. Like, there's nothing. So yeah, I just worked out and my armpits like are completely dry. Like, they're not really sweating. I don't know if my sweat glands will come back or not, but as of right now I pretty much sweat my back and my head. Do you regret any of your surgeries? I'm debating getting a leg/arm lift, but I'm scared. So initially, after all of my surgeries, I did have a little bit of like buyer's remorse, especially during the first 6 weeks because recovery is super rough. I would just continue to remind myself there is light at the end of the tunnel. The first 6 weeks, I definitely was debating if removing loose skin on my stomach was worth it or not because that was hard. My arms, I'm still kind of like, was it worth it? I'm not sure because I'm still like healing. But I think I'm at that point right now where I am seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because I feel like I can see my muscles and I'm fitting clothes a lot easier and whatnot. But were any of your tattoos affected when you had your arm skin removal surgery? Nope. They are all still intact. Hi, are your eyes colored or do you wear contacts? I wear contacts. I am blind. These are my natural eyes. Do you ever worry about gaining the weight back? I do, but I know that how I lost the weight is sustainable. I know that I did it in a way where I wasn't completely depriving myself of food. My workout regimen is something that I've been able to sustain for the past few years. So of course I wonder about what if I got into a depression or what if some big life event happened that caused me to emotionally eat and stuff. But I think I do have enough tools in my toolbox where I could kind of like stop myself because I have gained weight in the past. I gained 25 pounds during the holidays and during my recovery. And I have since lost 20 pounds of that regain and I'm happy where I'm at. So if I see myself gaining, I definitely know I do not want to go back to 300 pounds and I kind of just don't let it get too far. But fluctuations are normal. You're not going to be lean all the time. You know what I mean? How did you start? I'm in the worst state mentally and physically. Where do I start? I think a lot of people struggle with having that perfect moment, and when they start, that means that they have to have nutrition down, they have to have workouts down, they have to have all these habits down. But the easiest way to start is simply to just start. You know what I mean? Focus on being a little bit better than you did yesterday. If you had no servings of fruit or vegetables yesterday and you had a serving of fruits and vegetables today, and that's literally all you did, that is still fucking better than how you did yesterday. And that is kind of like the mindset that I had. And I had to completely just let go of the idea of like I was going to be a pro right away and I was going to have my shit together right away. And I was like, well, let me just try to do a little bit. And then here I am now. What is the hardest part of losing weight to the point you cried? Tracking macros is easy. It's tedious, but it is simple. Working out is simple. It is time consuming, but it is simple. The complicated shit, the shit that's fucking hard, is when you have to kind of like face yourself and know that you got to the point of being 300 pounds because of your own actions, your own behaviors. It wasn't something that was done to you. It was something that was done to you, that you did to yourself. So I think just having that like responsibility and having that reflection was really hard, because it's so much easier to stay in a victim mindset. It's so much easier to blame everything that's going wrong in your life for the reason why your health is crap. And that's what I did for a while. I blamed my ex. I blamed, the way that my parents parented me and the issues I had with food growing up. Like I literally blamed everything. And I think the hardest, most emotional thing that I went through was kind of just saying, hey, you don't have to be a victim. You actually need to get your shit together, and you can get your shit together. And while that was hard, it was also very freeing. How did you deal with people treating you better and wanting to be your friend suddenly after weight loss? That was actually one of the hardest things that I went through, because when I was bigger, I kind of felt like maybe people weren't treating me the same as they were treating my smaller friends. But I didn't have evidence of that. But when I lost weight and I really just saw how the world treated me, I was like, yeah, they were treating you different now. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how society is. And I myself would make myself go crazy trying to understand why people are so shallow, why people are so fucking shitty. And how I cope is I try to be the best, nicest version of myself. So I don't judge people based off of like their size. I don't judge people based off of how they look. I will hold eye contact with anyone. I'll open the door for anyone. I'll have conversations with anyone. So that's just kind of how I cope. I try to be what I want to see more in the world of. How's the relationship with his BM? Okay, my boyfriend's ex-wife. It is actually really good. I was just telling her yesterday how grateful I am of her, that she was so kind of like welcoming me into the kid's life. And if I'm like, hey, I want to take your daughter to go get nails done, is that okay? She's never said no. We have a good relationship. We are actually like on the phone today talking about the kids' birthdays, because all 3 of the kids have August birthdays. So we are going to kind of do something together and, combine our families. They have a healthy co-parenting relationship. Honestly, have a very good relationship with her, and she's not like one of those bitter exes or anything. She just really cares about like what's best for the kids, and she's super grateful that that I care about her kids and stuff. So I would definitely say that the relationship is good. I definitely like see us like doing stuff together for the kids' sake and not letting the adult problems get into anything to have to do with the kids. It's a very mature and good relationship, and I like her. What's the hardest thing about the bypass surgery? So I didn't have bypass, I had the sleeve. It was very similar. I think the hardest thing is I cannot no longer chug water, and I am very active, so I really wish I could chug water. Sometimes I don't know how much my stomach can hold, and sometimes I overeat, and that can be extremely, extremely uncomfortable. But honestly, I haven't really had much like bad side effects from it. You want to come say hi to the YouTube? Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to pause really quick. Mandito wants to come say hi to YouTube really quick.
Hello.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Do you want to do some questions with me?
Yeah.
What part of Mexico are your parents from? So my mom is Portuguese, my dad is Mexican, and his family is from Jalisco. My son's dad is full Mexican, so Mendito is 75% Mexican. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage to order after weight loss surgery? Espresso martini, baby. The camera I use, so I record a lot on my iPhone. I'm recording with the DJI right now. I also like to take pictures with my Canon G7X Mark III. Favorite brand for sugar-free coffee syrups? Skinny Syrups, code Lose It with Nat. Social media, your main source of income. Yes, this is my full-time job, y'all. Mendito, you want to tell them what I did before I did social media full-time as my job? Do you remember what mommy did before?
Dentist.
Yeah, what did I do?
Clean people's teeth.
Yep, that's right. Okay, how's the new blended family move-in situation going? It has been really good. I honestly thought it was going to be a bit harder than what it is. By no means am I saying that it's perfect. You know, there's been multiple times where Justice and I, we just have to sit down and like communicate things. The kids, I will say that they're already kind of like acting like siblings, like the whole like fighting over toys, tattletaling on each other, like stuff like that. But when they're apart, I feel like they definitely like do miss each other, you know. Mendito's always like, where are they? Like, I want them here. When are they coming back? I care about them like my own. I can't really like imagine life without them, if that makes sense, but it's been really good. How tall am I? I'm 5'6". I know some people think I look way taller, some people think I look way shorter, but I am 5'6". When's the wedding, girl? We want to see you in bridal glam. I don't know if you're talking about my sister's wedding, but I am not engaged, so yeah. But my sister is getting married in October, so you guys will see lots of bridal glam from her and maid of honor glam for me. Who interrupted my recording?
I didn't know she was recording.
It's okay.
I came in to say
Maybe
hello.
I should see if there's any questions for you on here.
Oh, God. Why is he abusive?
What? Dude, shut up.
Why does he only make jokes of everything?
Shut up. How is the home gym setup going? Okay, that's one he can answer for sure. Actually answer. Don't just show your...
No, it's cool. Honestly, it's really nice. It's convenient. I'm able to get the workouts in that wouldn't usually get in. Like most of my, like all my weight training I could do at home now, which is really nice. I wish it was bigger, of course. I think it would be cool if we had even more stuff. There's something here.
Am I single?
Yes. Yes, this is my sister. She's such a good sister.
That's sick. How are you adjusting with living together with all the kids? I'm good.
Everything's been fun.
I feel like the main thing is just getting them like more structured on a routine, because everything was new and they're excited, and then they kind of like jealous. Like maybe Dita was jealous, and then the tattletaling. But I feel like now they're at the point where they're like, wait, they're not coming home tonight if they're at their mom's, and
it's like they miss each other when they're gone,
they
and
miss
then
each
they
other
hate each
so
other
much.
when they're together.
Yeah,
It's
like,
kind of it's confusing.
But I think it's been good. I think the time can be a lot, you know, getting them all to bed, because you know, if one of them's awake, then it's like, what are they doing? Let me see. Yeah. How has it been living with me?
I'm just kidding. No, guys, it's fine. Nothing's difficult. Everything's pretty regular. We're getting into our own routine, which is cool. Started watching Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I got her getting on the whole Lord of the Rings in chronological order.
Yeah. So have you created a workout for men to lose weight yet? So I'm a coach, but I do not coach men. That's not like me being sexist or anything. I just really want to help women and other moms. So, you know, I don't help men with anything. I get a lot of inquiries from men, but
that'd be
I
cool.
worry that they're inquiring for the wrong reasons.
You're an assistant coach, and I'll just take all the men.
Okay.
That's a possibility. You could filter them.
Yeah. You'd have to work for kisses, though.
Oh, fuck. That's fine.
Talking to the opposite sex in the gym, boss move or soft move?
Dudes, don't approach girls when they're working out. As someone who runs gyms and deals with the problems that causes, nobody wants to talk to you at the gym. Catch them on the way out or something, you know? If you're a girl, honestly, shoot your shot. You girls can do whatever they want. It's kind of a lot easier in a lot of ways. Men are annoying.
I shooted my shot with justice.
Girls, shoot your shot, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of relationships are like, oh, the girl.
Yeah. I think women should initiate interest, because it takes a lot of questions out, you know? You know, if dudes, you probably, like, you're going out, you're talking to girls, you don't even know if they're cool.
Did you know that I liked you?
I mean, yeah. I had inside intel. I had inside intel.
Okay. Any suggestions for dating while on a weight loss journey? Tips or red flags to avoid? I would say red flags to avoid is someone who hypersexualizes your body type, and they make any type of remark like, oh, you shouldn't try to lose any more weight because I'm not going to like you when you're smaller, or the contrary, like, don't gain any weight, I'm not going to like you. I think if, like, someone is with you, they kind of have to, like, commit to multiple versions of you. We're not always going to be the same, like, physically. Like, that's just kind of life sometimes. I would say that's a red flag. I would say make sure that you're with someone that has a similar lifestyle to you. If you eat super clean, you can't kind of like force your partner to do that. You can encourage. So like you do have to be kind of self-disciplined on your own. Like if Juicy brings back donuts and I eat one, I can't get mad at him for that. I have my own free will. If he was a type that he's not doing any sweets at all, he's like, nope, we're not even going to have the diet soda in the house, I don't think that would be a good match, because yes, I'm health conscious, I care about things, but like I'm not a fucking extreme person. So I think like we kind of have to have that balance, like living together. So kind of just make sure that like you guys are on the same page, but also you are your own person, you have free will. You can't force your partner to eat the exact same that you do. But yeah, just have someone who cares, because I was with someone who didn't care about things while I was caring about them, and will sabotage you. And it's just not, I just don't think that's like a good compatibility. That is kind of also time to focus on yourself if you are single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, prioritize yourself, and I think everything will fall into place.
You know, find someone who understands what you're doing. You know, if you're looking to become interested in any subject and you feel like it's going to be a big part of your life, you should be with someone who understands what you're doing. Doesn't have to necessarily do it, but needs to understand. So like it works like with her, like what she does, her lifestyle, how she works out and eats clean and does fitness content, all those types of things. I can understand because I do a similar thing where it's like I'm very health conscious and all those types of things. I try and do well myself, so it's easy to go back and forth. Do we always agree on things? No. Like monk fruit sucks. Fuck monk fruit, honestly.
My keto
but you know, I understand why she would eat monk fruit instead of other things, because I understand. You know, it's just, but ultimately you should focus on yourself. Your weight loss journey is for you. It's not for anyone else. It's not for a partner or a potential partner or anything like that. It's for you. And once, if you're really focused on that, or you have a big change to make, like I say, you want to lose 100, 150, 80, 50, whatever pounds, and you feel like that's going to change your life that much, do that first, and then you'll find someone who understands later on. Yeah,
I focused on myself. I wanted someone who is like kind of fit now, but maybe also knows what it's like to be bigger and have to lose weight. And I found that because I was worrying about myself first and foremost. If I wasn't working on myself and I'm not the person that I am today, maybe this would not have been a match.
It's true.
That's, you know, that's fair to say.
Actually, it's a good point, because sometimes we'll get questions like, oh, would you guys have been together if you were bigger, like when you were bigger or whatever it is? And it's like, probably not. Not because
we're shallow.
Yeah, not because shallow. It's not because of how anybody looks, but the lifestyle wouldn't make sense. Like, if I didn't work out at all, I didn't care about food, I didn't do anything like that, probably wouldn't make sense. Or if she was in the same type of situation she was in the beginning, before all of her change, and I'm into these things, it wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. That's just how it goes. You have to find someone who understands.
Yeah. Unemployed, so no gym, no money for training, supplements, nothing. Well, you don't need a fancy gym or supplements to, you know, be on your journey. Walk outside, do body weight workouts, put on a YouTube video, body weight workouts, 30 minutes. Do that 3 times a week. Go on TikTok, look up cheap healthy meals. There's so many things out there. You know what I mean? Just do ground beef, fucking rice.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to have the cleanest stuff. You don't need any supplements. Okay, especially if you're just starting. You don't need any supplements. Okay, take advantage of like that initial year before doing any.
It's about how
subs.
you look at this problem, right? So to be honest, the less money you have in a lot of situations, that for like weight loss, for instance, the easier it is, because you can't buy extra food. So spend all the money you have on good food, and then you have no choice, and that's easy. Yeah, that makes it a lot simpler. Yeah, no, supplements don't matter, honestly. Can they help? Sure, you know what I mean. But let's be real. If you eat, like, I remember for years and years, I ate canned chicken and cheap tortillas with the cheapest grated cheese I could eat. I ate that every day. And it works because it's the only thing I'm eating. Or like ground beef and rice. You don't need very much money. You don't need to get huge quantities either, you know?
How hard was it to build muscle and gain your strength after losing all the weight? So it honestly varies person to person. Me, when I lose weight, every time I've had surgery and I stopped training and I was dropping weight, I lose strength. Like right now, I feel very weak. Like, yes, I still have my definition, but I'm not strong right now. Even though I was like eating 100 grams of protein a day, sometimes it could be a bit of genetics. Like Justice does not lose any muscle mass when he leans out. He does not lose any strength. He gets stronger. Where I'm having to get the smaller dumbbells, lower the weight. My best advice is to never stop resistance training. I know a lot of people will say, oh, just focus on cardio to lose weight. You're going to lose a shit ton of muscle. Like, you're already going to lose some kind of muscle. Like, that's just matter of fact. But we want to preserve as much as possible. So don't stop resistance training. Recovery is really important.
A big tip for when you're losing weight and you don't want to try, like, lose muscle, prioritize strength training over everything and lift as heavy as you can every single day. So your body is going to react in a certain way to try and keep you alive. So if you're putting it in a circumstance in which it has to do something every day, you're going to sustain the things that are important. So like a good little tip on, like, for instance, when I lost my weight, I had a couple focuses. I was like, I don't want to make my arms smaller. I don't want to make my shoulders smaller, my chest, right? I train those things like twice a week, 3 times a week on the specific things. And then as I got smaller, those things got either bigger or stayed the same. And that's really helpful. So pick a couple things that are important. So you have often, you know, like women, right? You want your glutes. You want your glutes.
I lost my back.
Yeah, you want your glutes to stay.
My glutes, my shoulders, yeah.
Train them every day while you lose. You know, train them. Just train them. You don't have to go crazy sore because you're not going to be in a hypertrophy state. You're not going to get bigger, so you don't have to train to break things down. Just train for like sustaining it. Just do it every day. I can do lat raises every day, bicep curls every day, regardless, and it helps.
What exercises would I recommend to flat the stomach or get abs as a girl? That does not happen in the gym. That just happens if you're lean enough. I used to kind of have a super complicated ab workout routine. Now I just do leg lifts, sit-ups, and sometimes the roll slide thing, whatever. That's it.
Leg lifts are really good.
How did I stay motivated throughout my weight loss journey? I would track small goals. So I wouldn't constantly look at like, oh my gosh, I need to lose 150 pounds. My doctor told me if I could lose 100 pounds that he would say that I was very successful. So, you know what I mean? When I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 60 pounds down, I'm 70 pounds down, I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And it like kind of like gave me the courage, like I can do this. I know what I'm doing. I think just having like a support group as well helps. I kind of like have like a fitness club and like we talk every day in a group chat on Instagram and we kind of like who worked out today, that kind of stuff. Definitely like community is a big thing. My best friend Allison, like I was telling you guys earlier, like she was going to the gym with me a lot initially. This was when we're still living in the same town. Like for a year straight we went together and that was super helpful. And then after that, it was kind of just like second nature. Like I do not have a good day if I don't work out. Just try to be a little bit better than you did yesterday. Like if yesterday you weren't paying attention to protein, but today the only difference you made is you started paying attention to protein, that's progress. You know what I mean? And it's not going to happen overnight. Don't look at it like an end goal. Look at it like a lifestyle change. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to need motivation for a lifestyle. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth. You don't need motivation to clean your house. You're doing that because that's your lifestyle.
Focus on the trends. Focus on the trends. Don't focus on the number. You're trending down, even if it's a 1/4 pound every week. You're winning. And so just keep it going. If you're trying to put on muscle, if you are gaining weight, focus on the trend.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all the support always. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and a comment, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.
Now go on.
Go on, or
Do whatever the fuck you want to do.
this is why they call you abusive.